This is chapter number 1, what, where, how and when. Class 6 History, NCERT. So we are taking the question answer, fill in the blanks, MCQs, true or false. So variety of, we want to cover all the aspects of the chapter. Name the emperor whose inscription has been found from Kandahar. Kandahar now in Afghanistan. So what are the inscription what we found? What is the name of the emperor? Abhilekh. Inscription are always written on either stone or metal. So the answer is Ashoka. Answer is Ashoka. Name the language in which most of the manuscripts were written. Which language? Most of the manuscript Pandulipi we have got is written. The answer is Sanskrit. What do we call the information gathered by the historians from inscriptions, manuscript and archaeology? So the historians from inscription, manuscript, archaeology, what do they call the information? They call it as a source, strot, source. River Indus was addressed as Indos or Hindus by thee. So it's Iranians and Greeks. I'll show you the place. Here, this is the area. So the border of Pakistan is with Iran. So you go, Greece, it's in Europe. So when people come here, so this Indus River, the thing which is in east part, the area which is in the east part, they call it as Indos or Hindus. When they go back, they say we have come from Indos or Hindus. So Iranians and Greeks. Name the place where Sulaiman and Kirthar ranges are located. Pakistan. I showed you already Kirthar and Sulaiman. This is in Pakistan. So this is Indian boundary, here Pakistan. These are mountain ranges actually. What do we call the tributary of the Ganga river? Actually Ganga has various tributary. There is no one. So when a river is flowing, a stream, there is another stream or a small river which adds up water, comes and joins it. That is called the tributary. So in this chapter, it's Son. This is Ganga river, and this is the Son river. This was called as Magad at that time, Magad, southern Bihar. Inscriptions were not used for keeping records of victories in battle. True or false? All the emperors, Shasak, whenever they won, they did the inscription. They put their victory on some stone or metal. So it's false because they are doing it. They are not doing it. The farmer or the poor people cannot afford it. They didn't do it. The emperors, kings do. Why people of this age travel from place to place? The reason is from one place to another. There cannot be one reason. You can say that develop agriculture and various basic things, but I'll give you some more. Whenever people go from one place to another, they may go for a job, they may go for adventure, to find new places, to know new places. They may go to meet some relative, some friend. They may go to find something, or some place where always flood is there, famine is there. Then the people have to relocate. So there may be various reasons. Which is the best successful example in understanding history through decipherment? I'll give an example first. Encryption, decryption. Whenever you send a mail or you send some message, you don't want that message or thing to be seen by anybody who is in between. So you send it through encryption, and when he gets it, he decrypts it. That is, he will decipher it, right? Then he will understand So that is kind of decryption is a decipherment. So the history of Egypt. So we have seen the example of Rosetta, history of Egypt. I cannot draw the figure, but I'll show you that a bird, say a bird, we had a figure we saw in Rosetta, a bird or a lion. So the lion can be represented by some letter. The bird can be represented by some letter. It was done. We have got those symbols from Egypt. That is called decipherment. Name the direction towards which rice was first grown in the Vindhyas. Vindhyas. So this is Vindhyas. So north direction. Above this, this is in Madhya Pradesh, north. Vindhya is this, north direction, upper direction. One can figure out the specific year of any historical event on the basis of birth of Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. We already seen this. Jesus Christ's birth is taken as 0. Before that, after that, if you are, you follow Christianity terms, it will be BCE, BC, before Christ, and Anno Domini. And if you take secular, BCE, before Common Era, and CE, Christian Era. Common Era, sorry. Before our Common Era and Common Era. Okay. The times of kings could be known due to the availability of. What is available? How do we know the times of kings? Because they have written something, they have done something, the records are available to us. There are different records, inscriptions, manuscript, everything is available to us. Wide river basin of Indus, river Indus is called Saptasandhav. Saptasindhu or Saptasandhav. Because it consists of bases of 7 rivers altogether. I'll show you some of them. So you can call it Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Byas, Satluj, all are there. So there are 7 in all. That's why it consists of the basin of 7 rivers, Saptasandhav. What do we call specially prepared bark of tree on which manuscripts were written? Bark of tree. And this is bark. Answer is bark. So the tree, the chal, or you can say this area of the tree, like the palm leaf are used to write, the chal or the bark of tree, the bark tree is used. In the inscription discovered from Rosetta, alphabet L is here. So when L, what is representing? Lion. It's a reverse question. We already see this reverse question. In the inscription discovered from Rosetta, alphabet A is denoted by the image of a. See, A, bird. Bird. A represented by bird. From where do we get the evidence of rice production for the first time in India? Evidence of rice production for first time in India. So the answer is northern part. Northern part. This is a very rich, very fertile land because of the various rivers flowing, perennial river flowing all 12 months. Ganga, Yamuna, there are so many, and the tributaries. So very good soil, alluvial soil, jalod mitti. What is the meaning of term Indus in Sanskrit? Indus. So it's not, it's Indus. And I'll take one more question, then I'll answer it. Who is the archaeologist? Who is the archaeologist? Puratattva Vid, the people who study the objects of the past. And these objects can be anything. It can be vessel, it can be inscription, it can be some, say, brick, some ornaments, toys, anything which people use in the ancient times, long ago. For example, Harappa civilization. 150 years ago, people from railway department came and they excavated and they took all the bricks, and that belonged to the Harappan civilization. And 80 years back, then archaeologists got this, that this actually place is a very good civilization, Indus civilization. Now, I was saying about this. What is the meaning of Indus in Sanskrit? Sindhu. Sindhu, Indus, Indus, Sindhu. So, just the question which we have seen that, already seen that. So, just ignore that question, because Indus, Sindhu, Sindhu, Indus. Right? Right? Indus, Sindhu, Sindhu, Indus. So, this Hindus, Indos, actually those people have formed. But we will call it as Indus, Sindhu, Sindhu, Indus. Who were hunter-gatherers? Who were hunter-gatherers? The people who hunted wild animals, caught fish and birds, and gathered fruits, roots, nuts, seeds, leaves, eggs for their food, to feed them for their livelihood, you can say, were called hunter-gatherers. Hunter-gatherers. Who hunt? Who gathers? How do people living in Andaman Islands manage their living? So we have seen this question. So let me tell you, when you go to Andaman, to Port Blair, you'll see that it's just like Kerala. It's just like Chennai. It's just like this Calcutta. But the difference is there are more than 300 plus Dweep Island. There are community like Jarawa tribe. You go to Nicobar, they're different tribe. So they still do fishing, they still do hunting, and they collect the forest produce. People have not even got there. So that is how. What are the different names of our country? India, Bharat, Hindustan, Jambudweep, all are these names. Jambudweep might be new for you, but all these are the names. Why did people live in prehistoric times? Where did? So they live, wherever water is there, then all the civilization we know developed only besides river. So they should have river, and they should get food from either plant or from animal. What were the occupations of the people in early days? So people were doing a lot of work. Everyone has some or the other skill. So there were hunters, herders, farmers, rulers, musicians, merchants, priests, craftsmen, artists, scientists. All those you get today, they were there. Almost all of them. So these were the question and answer. We have seen all the aspects of the chapter. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself.